Your microphone is plugged in, but why isn't FL Studio recording? If you're trying to record vocals into FL Studio, this video is going to show you exactly how to do it from start to finish. And the best part is, once you understand this method, you can use it with pretty much any audio interface, not just the one that I'm using. If we haven't met yet, my name is Mick, and on my channel, I teach church musicians how to use FL Studio and church sound techs to get better mixes at church. So if you're interested in any of those things, subscribe to the channel. Now, gain staging. Gain staging is very important when trying to get a good signal from your microphone into FL Studio. What gain staging does is allows your signal to be strong into the recording without clipping. So when you record, you want to set your gain properly so that you have enough headroom in your signal before distortion. If you set your gain stage wrong, for example, if you record into FL Studio too quiet, then when you later on want to raise your volume in your mix, you will also increase the noise in your recording. And also, if you record your vocals too loud, you run the risk of distorting or clipping whenever you hit those high notes. Gain staging is always important. So let me show you how you do that. So the audio interface that I'm using today is the UMC 404 HD. This audio interface is really good and I love it. So if you want to get it, I'll leave a link in the description. Today we're going to use input 1 on the interface. What you want to do here is perform as if you're performing live at church. So once you have that, let's say you're getting really, really loud. I'll increase my volume there just to mimic a really loud recording. So as you can see there, I'm getting signal. So if you get really, really loud and you're singing, holy forever, whatever it is that you're singing, and I just got my channel demonetized because of that, you want to lower the volume so that you're not clipping in your signal. So try it again. You're singing, you're getting really loud. So let's say you're singing as loud as this. So you want to keep on lowering your volume. So I don't sing, so this is where I like to have my volume. I only do commentary. So when I get really, really excited and I say, I really don't know what happened, bro. Like, really, it just happened. That's a good signal. So if you're singing to your microphone, and don't worry if you see that it's clipping there. It's only for you to know what's happening with your signal so that you can then go ahead and lower your volume. So for me, this is a good setting. So that's how you do it. And of course, if you're recording, I highly suggest you use headphones so that you don't get feedback from your speakers into your microphone. So here is where I have my headphones, and that's what we're going to be using to monitor ourselves. I just want to make a comment that mic placement is super important for you to get good quality sound from your microphone. So I'll just keep it simple. If you're doing voiceovers like me, where you're just talking into the mic, I like to use the peace sign. So this is the distance you should be from your microphone, which is like 2 to 3 inches away, right? Remember, the closer you get to your microphone, the more bass you get into your recording, in your voice. And if you're singing really loud notes, I recommend that you do this sign like this. So keep it simple. If you're doing calm, mellow singing or voiceovers, this distance. If you're doing loud, high notes, this distance. That's good. So now that we're over that, let's go into FL Studio. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure your audio interface is selected by FL Studio. So head over to your options over here, audio settings, and in your input output, make sure that it's the driver that your audio interface uses. In my case, I'm using the UMC 404 HD, which is the UMC ASR driver. So I have that selected. There you go. And your buffer settings. If you're recording vocals and you hear yourself a couple seconds later, that's going to make recording very difficult. So for recording, I recommend you set your buffer settings at 128 or at 256. If you have a very good PC, you can afford to lower the number. Depending on how busy your project is, then you would increase the number or lower the number. It all depends on how powerful your PC is, pretty much. So basically what this means is the lower the number, the less latency you get, which also means less time for your PC to handle whatever is going on. So you might run into glitches and sound crackling, pops, stuff like that. And the bigger the number, that's more latency you will have in your recording. So if you speak, you will hear yourself a little bit later, but then your computer will be able to handle a bigger project or whatever it is that you're doing. But obviously, in this case, you want to hear yourself with less latency. So 64 samples for me is good. So then now that we have all that selected, you want to go to whatever input you want to do. In this case, we only have an empty project, so I'll go to input one. In my case, I'm using input one. So there we go. So now you should be able to hear me twice, which is my phone's recording and my mic recording. I'll just mute my phone's recording for a bit. So now that we have everything connected, your audio interface is connected, you have good gain staging, good mic placement. Now you can record. To make things a little bit interesting, what I like to do is head over to your playlist, right? And select anywhere you want. But in this case, just keep things simple. We're gonna link track one with insert one. So right click on track one, track mode, audio track, insert one. So then now, whatever we do to this track correlates to this track as well. So if we can name this and color it, I'll just put whatever color it is here, put a color here, and name this Mike, because why not? So then now it corresponds to this recording as well. Track one with input one. So then now you can go ahead and record your vocals. I don't have much to say, but I'll say this. Subscribe to the Mikalix Worship audio channel if you want to get good at music. There you go. So then now you can take a listen at your recording. I don't have much to say, but I'll say this. Subscribe to the Mikalix Worship audio channel if you want to get good at music. So that's how you record vocals into FL Studio. It's really simple. Once you get this done, you can use this on any microphone, any audio interface, and it works. All you need to make sure is that you're getting good signal into your microphone and that you're not clipping in your audio interface and in FL Studio. Once you have that done and you can hear yourself, you're golden. And that's it. Now you know how to record your vocals into FL Studio using your microphone and your audio interface. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel as we try to get 1,000 subscribers before the year ends. And of course, if you're a church musician or a sound tech volunteer and you want to learn how to use FL Studio and get better mixes at your church, subscribe to the channel because I have a ton of videos specially for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.